How you guys doing? Welcome to Indoor Hydroponics. I'm John, your indoor hydroponic test dummy. Welcome inside my grow room. Guys, I'm about to do another plan out of some microgreens, finish off some old packets type of stuff, and I think this time around I'm going to go with some butter crunch lettuce at the recommendation of my girl, 3 Dog Night. I believe I am supposed to call her my great Aunt Carolyn. So how you doing, great Aunt Carolyn? I am going to be growing some butter crunch. I'm also going to throw some arugula in there and finish off this packet of kale. And then the 4th cup, okay? And the 4th cup is going to be a test, alright? And I can't stop thinking about the spinach experiment that I posted a few videos back, in which we tested the germination rate of putting spinach into the refrigerator and then taking it out every 12 hours. And it did produce a decent germination, but it seems like a lot of work. So what I'm going to test out on this particular scenario is I'm going to plant in one of these cups some spinach very densely, and the experiment will be is to see how many early bloomers come up, okay? Because all I really need is about 5 to 6, 7, 8 plants type of thing. And in every packet of seeds, we're going to have those early bloomers. Those ones are ready to go and ready to pop right now and get going. And really, those are the ones that I'm looking for. So what I'm going to do is plant some densely in here, and then hopefully in about 5, 6, 7 days, those things will pop up. And then what I'll do is gently remove them from this media and then transfer them into Rockwool. And that may be another quick, easy way of being able to germinate some spinach. Okay guys, again, these are those Pelco hybrid spinach seeds. Burpee Seeds makes them. See how thickly I planted them? I'm going to grow these as though they were microgreens, and I'm going to nurse them along as though they were microgreens. So they're going to get a spray every day type of thing just to make sure the soil is moist. Hopefully we're going to get some germination of some of these seeds within the next, let's say, 6 to 8 days. They're going to pop up, they're going to have a little bit of a taproot action going on, and then we are going to gently as possible remove them from the media, transplant them into some Rockwool, and see what happens. So, in addition, I also want you to know how large these frickin' seeds are. These things are incredible. I've never seen spinach seeds that large, so I don't know if there's some kind of frankenseed, but the packet does say that they are organic. So, I am going to go about covering these things up, and hopefully this will be an easy way of getting me some spinach plants. So covered up, boom, like that. Just give them a little tappa, the old tappa, if I might steal the guy from the Food Wish channel. And now I'm going to mist them up, and again, these are going to be nursed no differently than as though I was growing microgreens. Alright guys, welcome back. It's been 7 days and I have some absolutely fantastic growth with the microgreens. I even have some of these sweet peas that I ended up putting in just for fun, because I've never grown sweet pea microgreens. The arugula is blowing up, the kale's blowing up, but more importantly was this particular test here of growing spinach as though they were microgreens, you know, just keeping the media nice and moist in a cool spot. And then once I saw germination, I popped them back in here. Now, the beauty about planting these things densely as though they were microgreens is because you can't visually tell by seed which ones are going to be the fast germinators and which ones aren't. So planting them densely here, we will end up finding out which ones are the fast germinators. And within 7 days, I got a whole bunch of seedlings planting them out like this. Now, I would say probably the germination rate was only 50%. However, I'm going to be able to get my 6 plants transplanted into their final home in less than 7 days. So this is another quick and easy way of getting your some plants, some spinach plants, and getting them transplanted out. Now, okay, before we go any further here, we want to very, very, very gently get these out of the soil, and we need to determine how long these actual roots are extending down at this point before we determine how to plant them in the Rockwool. Okay, so what I'm going to do is gently, ever so gently, get these out of there. And here's a good one right here. This would be a perfect candidate. And you see how far that root is already going on this particular one? That root is going way past the hole of which we would have to put it in the Rockwool, but don't worry, there's a way around that. Okay guys, I have 4 really nice seedlings here. I've already done the first 2, and I've got them laid out over here. Now keep an eye on this. This is going to go quick, and this is the simplest, easiest way of transplanting these into Rockwool. Ready? I'm going to reach into my pre-soaked Rockwool. I'm going to grab out a cube. I'm going to take it like this. Check this out. You're going to think I'm crazy, but I'm not. You're going to cut it in half, okay? From there, what we're going to do is we're going to lay this entire root side and all right in there. We're going to take the second half and we're going to cover it up like this, okay? Then we're going to take our net pot and we're going to put it right in there. Boom. We now have a transplanted spinach. Let's do it again. One more, real quick. Rockwool. Knife. Cut it in half. Seedling over the half. Put the other half on it. If it's got a long root like this is perfect, right? See this one with a long root? You're going to want to gingerly feed it through as best you can, and that was an easy one, okay? And see how the root just popped right on through there? I don't know if you can see that or not, but boom. That is another finely transplanted seedling. Let me finish this out. We'll go put them in our deep water culture. Okay guys, here are my 6 transplants. Guys, this is in a 10-gallon rubberneck tote. They've got 2-inch holes cut in them with a 2-inch hole saw. Perfect for these little net cups type of thing. These are, of course, the Rockwool cubes that have been cut in half, transplanted with the quickly germinated spinach inside the tote. If you want to take a peek. This is being fed with Fox Farm Grow Bag nutrient at a rate of 2 teaspoons per gallon, so it's about 20 teaspoons that have went into this. In addition, it's been pH down to about a 6.0. In addition, it has about a tablespoon of Epsom salt in it as well. The last thing that I want to do is just kind of cover this outside area with that Grodan heated clay pellet stuff, just kind of make it look good, maybe stand these seedlings up a little bit. There's going to be a little bit of initial transplant shock, but nothing to be worried about. Believe me, they will take hold. It will be just fine. So let me fill these up and then I'll show you what it looks like. Okay guys, we are on our way to hydroponic spinach greatness. We've got 6 transplants in here. Obviously they've been filled in with the Grodan. Why am I doing that? A, it's kind of propping up the seedlings, and B, it's blocking out these little cracks in here to prevent light from getting inside here, because we don't want any algae growth growing on in here. And that's why you want to always grow in a kind of a colored / dark tub, never anything clear, okay, because you want to prevent that algae growth. Nutrient plus light plus water equals algae. Any way of blocking the light out and you won't have any of those problems. Now, in about 3 to 4 weeks, we will be at prime time baby spinach leaf mode. In about 4 to 6 weeks, we will be in prime time mature spinach mode. Okay, they're going to be growing under some T5s, very cheap and cost effective, 14 hours on a day. They are going to be cracky method, even though I do have some aeration going in here. In other words, I am not going to be refilling the reservoir at all because it's not needed for 6 plants. This is a 10-gallon tote. 10 gallons will be plenty to carry out a full life cycle of 6 plants of spinach. So come back and let's come back and check out the maturity of these in about 4 to 6 weeks. As always, please like, subscribe. This again is a super easy way of fastly germinating spinach and a super easy way of transplanting them into a hydroponic setup. So guys, as always, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye. I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are thinking that there's no way that these seedlings survive the game. Well, here we are 3 days later, and look at, we got some great true leaves coming in. In fact, I am going to probably clip these leaves off because these are the first leaves that come up as a seedling, and I'm going to have it concentrate the growth right on the true leaves and future growth. So Guys, this is 3 days later, and things are moving along quite swimmingly. And one last look, I cut those leaves off. Now we're talking about just spinach growth here, guys. So 3 to 4 weeks from now, we are going to have some full grown plants. See you then. Peace!